Well, thank you very much indeed for that extremely warm introduction. I ought to let everybody know that the stipends, the Rhodes stipends of members of the organising committee will be reduced in proportion to copies of Legacy not being taken. Well, after 2 days of inspiring and excellent talk, my guess is that the last thing you want is yet another speech. This is a proposition which is rebuttable, by the way. After all of this constructive and engaging and challenging talk, as the last discussion has reflected, the time has come to focus more sharply on turning ideas into action. Goodness knows that the world needs smart, globally aware leaders for the future who are committed to action to deal with the challenges that the world faces. Interestingly, almost all of the scholarships which are represented here are named for people of action. Lord Clarendon, Cecil Rhodes, Winston Churchill, General George C. Marshall, Senator William Fulbright, Lord Weidenfeld, Bill Gates, all were or are people of action, who all combined their bias for action with a real interest in ideas and with a commitment in some way to promoting the public good as they saw it, national or global. In seeking to turn ideas into action, we could do worse than learn from the examples, good and bad, of some of these people of action for whom our scholarships are named. Their focus, their discipline, their ability to form and to express a clear vision, their ability to plan to achieve their vision and to execute their plan, their capacity to build a team to pursue it, their powers of communication, their capacity to generate that necessary positive sense of urgency, the positive urgency that is neither panic on the one hand nor complacency on the other, their focus on ensuring disciplined execution, action this day, as Winston Churchill was wont to instruct, their resilience in the face of setbacks, and their resolve, again as Churchill put it, to never surrender. Instead of making a long speech, though I'm still open to rebuttal of my opening proposition, instead of making the long speech that I've prepared, I'd like to leave you. It's not really that long. Instead of making a long speech, I'd like to leave you today with 5 questions. First, what is the action that you, by the way, when I say you, I mean you personally, what is the action that you want to achieve, either soon or over the years ahead or over the course of your career? What will be your impact? What will be your legacy? You notice I cleverly advertised the book one more time. What do you want to achieve? My second question is, on the issue or issues you wish to impact, where does power lie? And how can you help to move the levers of power, be it hard power, soft power, smart power? Where does power lie on the issues that you are concerned with, and how can you help to move the levers of power? My third question is, if your issue or your proposals for action, for solutions, are not at present on the agenda for public debate and for decision, including for research, what will you do to get it onto the agenda in the first place? It's sometimes harder to get an issue onto the agenda, to get it discussed, to get it to be recognised that there needs to be discussion and decision, than it is to get a good outcome when it is on the agenda. What will you do to get the issues and the solutions of concern to you onto the agenda? My fourth question is, how will you continue to prepare yourself for effective leadership for action on the world's challenges? How will you refine your existing skills of leadership, your capacity to get a group of people from a small organisation or an institution to a country, to the international community, to confront its real issues? How will you adapt your leadership skills to different contexts? How will you, in other words, continue to develop yourself as a leader for global action? My final question is, how will you prevent yourself from giving up? In any generation, there are many young people of talent, values and vision who intend to make a major contribution to solving the world's problems, who become diverted from that path, seduced by false gods, sidelined by private pursuits, discouraged by adversity, forgetting their original commitment and making a lesser contribution, a lesser impact than they could, and it may be argued, than the world needs. How will you prevent this happening to you? What will you do to remind yourself, as I hope is true, that part of your life's purpose is to make the greatest difference for good you can in the world? I hope that the Global Scholars Symposium may have helped precipitate immediate action for change, such as I am sure Think Global Canada is going to bring about. I hope that scholars here, along the lines of some of the proposals in the last session, will continue to collaborate and carry ideas forward towards action, including as you prepare for GSS 2012. Most importantly, I hope that you will engage in the immediate action of coming back to this hall tonight for our meet and mingle. It goes from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's completely casual and you are extremely welcome. I also hope that in the years and decades to come, you will look back on these 2 days as a time which helped to refresh, to inform and to inspire your commitment to contribute in deeds as well as in words to helping to solve the world's major challenges. What challenge will you tackle, I wonder? As I said before, what impact will you have and what legacy will you leave? As well as the almost immediate action of returning for our meet and mingle from 7 o'clock tonight, there's one other immediate action that I would like to propose. The organising committee have done an extraordinary job, an outstanding job in preparing these 2 days. And I would like to propose that to thank the organising committee and in particular Darshan, Peter and Amol, I would like to propose the immediate action of 3 cheers for the organising committee. Will you join me, please? Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip.